So the wife will produce the children. 1 Corinthians 2 and 4 through 8. 1 Corinthians 2, 4 through 8. Believe it or not, I am going to get the second resurrection. That's where I'll spend my 2 hours. No. We know it pretty well. I won't spend a lot of time there. We went through it in a lot of detail last night. 1 Corinthians 2, 4 through 8 at the Bible study. 2, 4 through 8. And my speech and my preaching were not with persevering words of human wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of power, that your faith should not be in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God. You see, how much faith do we put in the wisdom of man? Now, man's pretty smart, isn't he, as far as intelligence goes? I mean, look what we've been able to do in the last 100 years. Not the wisdom of this age, nor the rulers of this age who are coming to nothing. You see, it's all coming to nothing anyhow, isn't it? Now, we know that. Yeah, after Christ returns, puts down all the nations, and all the plans they've done and all this stuff is coming basically to nothing. But we speak the wisdom of God in a mystery. Ooh, a mystery. Because God doesn't want the world to know yet. He has his time frame. And when that time frame is up, or time for them, then they will know. The hidden wisdom which God ordained before the ages for our glory, which none of the rulers of this age know, or knew, excuse me. You see, this was all planned before the earth was ever created. Might have even been planned before the universe, I don't know. How old's the universe? I don't know. I wasn't around when it was created. And I have yet to find a rock that says 5 million BC written on it. I get a chuckle out of some of these scientists. You know, oh, this is a new rock and this is an old rock. Really? They were both laying on the ground. Anyhow. So this is the mystery, you see, and Paul doesn't want us to be hidden from a mystery. God doesn't want us to be hidden from a mystery. He wants us to know. That's why he's revealing truth to us throughout this word. Hidden wisdom and so on, how old it is. For had they known, now look at this, had they known, what would they have done? They would not have crucified the Lord of glory. They would not have crucified Christ. No. They said, oh yeah, the Messiah. Well, they wouldn't have thought of crucifying him. Had they known, they didn't know, you see. And that's why they did. But as it is written, boy, this is an exciting couple of verses here. I love this. Eye has not seen nor ear heard. Now, there's things you haven't seen, things you haven't heard, nor has even entered into the heart of man. You haven't even thought them. Now, believe me, I have a pretty good imagination. And I can come up with all kinds of wild things. The things which God has prepared for those who love him. So what's off in the future for us? What is going to happen when it is all over and he sits down with us? All right, guys, now, let's get to work. Oh, you know, we can sit there and imagine all kinds of things. And he says, you can't come close. His mind is so far above ours, you know, his thoughts above ours and so on. We can't even come close. But you see, he doesn't need to tell us. Why? What for? What for? Of course, how do you tell people spiritual things anyhow? Through physical. Through physical. That's why. The family came from Adam and Eve. God's the one that set it up. Children, and all the way through, you see. We understand that, don't we? We understand having children. We understand a wife. We understand a husband. We understand the position of the husband, the position of the wife. Don't we? Yeah. I'll answer my own questions. But God has revealed them to us through his Spirit. All right, now, through his Spirit. Watch this. For the Spirit searches all things, yes, the deep things of God. For what man knows the things of a man except the Spirit. For what man knows the things of a man except the Spirit of the man which is in him. Oh, that's not God's Spirit. That's the Spirit of man. He knows things in him. He knows how to make an atomic bomb. He knows how to do research and find out things, discover things, and so on. Even so, no one knows the things of God except the Spirit of God. Now do you see why it is so important to have hands laid on you at baptism? So you receive God's Spirit. Up to that point, you have man's. And it will give you knowledge, sure, but not the knowledge of God. It has to come from the Holy Spirit being given to you. Nor have we received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit who is from God. You see, it's from Him, that we might know the things that have been freely given to us by God.